Hola. From the west side, it is me, DC the Purple Diva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat. Extra late version on this Monday night. Happy Monday to all out there in YouTube land. I hope everybody's having a good night. Hey, Emmanuel. Hey, Tatted Hearts. Hey, Jack. We want easy. Yeah. Well, I'll start out with the easy. So now the Democratic field has narrowed a little bit. Cory Booker is no longer in the race. I know weekends are the nice days because we don't have to work. Yeah, but now Cory Booker is out of the race on the Democratic side. So there's no longer any color on the Democratic side. No pun intended, but it isn't. And I really didn't know that much about Cory Booker. I'm just going to tell you, to be honest. Here's all I knew about him. He's Rosario Dawson's boyfriend. Yeah, that's what I know about him. Had no clue as to what his political stance was because he was never real clear about it. Oh, yeah, I like Eazy-E. In peace, Easy. Rest in peace. Oh, you're back in school, Tatted Hearts? I don't know. Sometimes I wish I was back in school. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I could suffer through high school again. High school was emotional. College was when I became myself, I guess, so to speak. But yeah, high school was tough. Oh, that's a tough year. That was a tough year for me, especially because I went to Catholic school. So I had been in school with the same kids for 8 years. And then 9th grade, I'm in school with a whole nother bunch of kids. And now I'm in an all-girls school. So yeah, that was interesting. But I joined the track team my freshman year. And I found out that I was really into art. Yeah, well, hopefully he won't lose his girl, But you never can tell. I mean, he just was never really a strong candidate to me. I'm sorry, guys. He just wasn't. A+ in math and D in biology. Yeah, but when you're taking algebra, I got A's in biology. I could do biology in my sleep. Biology was the easy one for me. Chemistry was the hard one. Chemistry and physics were not my friends. But biology I did really good in. Yeah, I did really good in biology. Hey, Miss Mahogany. Yeah, so now we're left with Elizabeth Warren and her wannabe Indian self or Native American, whatever she's calling it these days. You know, and as I said before, I have more Native American in me than she does. So, and then you have Biden, Bernie, that Buttigieg guy. Yeah. Yeah, biology I liked biology. That's when you get to cut up on stuff. That's also when you get your genetics lessons about blood types and stuff. They teach that. Okay. I know I'm eating some chicken, you guys. I am eating. It's crunchy. I fried it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. High school was tough. My freshman year wasn't that bad. I think 10th and 11th grade sucked. And my senior year, I was just ready to be gone at that point. Because, you know, for me, in my opinion, I didn't think I was popular in high school. I didn't belong to any of the cliques, but I was friends with all of the cliques. You know what I mean? I was the smart kid. So, but in hindsight, apparently I was very popular because everybody just loves me in hindsight. So I'm just like, were we in the same high school? Because I'll tell you guys, all girl high schools, yeah, girls can be catty and malicious, and they can start a whole lot of BS. So, oh, are you? Oh, that's going to be so special, Miss Mahogany. Hey, Joy. Sorry I'm chewing in you guys' ears. I'm eating fried chicken. Sorry. And I'm trying to be quiet. I don't know how I think I'm going to be quiet eating fried chicken. So, Tatter Hearts busted me. Hey, Matt. Oh, yeah. That would be beautiful. When I get married again, I'm just going to get married.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
you know. Because, like, when I married my son's dad, I didn't even want a big wedding.
Yeah.
But I ended up having one. I didn't want one. But if I get married again, I'm just going to get married. I'll just go down to the courthouse and get married. Or go to Vegas and get married. You know, whatever. But I know that's going to be, I know that your second ceremony is going to be beautiful. So, interestingly, while Cory Booker is jumping out of the race, both Biden and Buttigieg were here in California campaigning over the weekend. You know, and what's so funny to me is that Mr. Trump barely comes to this state to try to get any votes. I guess he has pretty much written us off, but he shouldn't have, because I believe that our primary is one of the early primaries. Yeah. I mean, I know he doesn't care because he's the incumbent, but I don't know why you're doing that. You're supposed to be everybody's president, aren't you? Ha, ha, ha. I was in the 9th grade in the late 70s. I was. Yeah, around the same time Jack was. I was in 9th grade. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. Oh, that's going to be beautiful, mahogany. Those are pretty colors. Hey, Tutu Thing Thing. Hey, DJ Mosey Phil. How are you? Yeah, it's quiet over in my house because everybody's sitting here eating this fried chicken I made. So I'll just say the crunching in the background was not just me, but I'm the closest to the microphone. So, you know, we're going to see what's going to happen now. We see the playing field is narrowing out. I think probably within the next 2 months, by March, the field should be narrowed even further. I mean, these people can't have money that's just growing out of trees. Once their money runs out, they can't really campaign anymore. Running for president is expensive. especially if you're trying to beat the incumbent. And with all those people in the playing field. Tutu thing isn't, that's not Miss Pam? No. Tutu thing is Miss Pam. Do not block her. That is not a troll. That's her other account. Yeah, that's her other account. You see how he does? Guys, let me put you on mute for 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm back, guys. That's right. There was no lambs. No lambs were injured or killed. And these are non-hormone chickens.
Going outside to smoke a cigarette. You best behave yourself. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, no worry. Oh, no worry, Tutu thing. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, Max, you know that's her. Okay. I was like, don't start nothing. Yeah. Well, I'm fully charged tonight, thankfully. And the only thing now, I just figured out, guys, today, how I can do something in StreamYard and save it as like a recording and then post it later. Because I've been wondering how everybody else is doing that. So I just went back to figure out how to do it. Oh, wow. Yeah, this chicken is good too. You know, because I did the old-fashioned way, you know, with the flour. But then I add, you know, the crunchy breadcrumbs into my flour so it comes out crunchier. You know, so it's something that's easy to fix. And everybody in the house likes it. What do you say?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I know, Miss Mahogany. I know. It's going to be beautiful, too. Are you going to videotape it? Are you going to videotape it? That'll be nice if so you can have that memory, that second memory. Oh, that'll be wonderful. Yeah, like my sister, that's how she did. She got married at church. You know, basically her pastor did it in between services. And then she had her actual ceremony several months later. And my aunt, who is a minister, did the ceremony. But me, yeah. I get married again. Justice of the Peace or Vegas. That's it. I will never spend that kind of money on it again. You know, not especially, you know, I don't have to. Yeah, David's in the background. David, Miss Pamela said hi. You gonna say hi to Miss Pamela? Say hi, Miss Pamela. Okay, she can hear you. You're close enough. She heard you. Oh, that's gonna be really nice. Yeah. See, that's like, you know, that's the reason why, like, because, like, my mom is gone. I mean, my dad is still here. But, you know, because I've already been married once before, I don't need anybody to walk me down the aisle. And I don't need to have a big wedding. I just get married. That's it. You know? I mean, just tell everybody I'm married. That's how it'll be. Miss Pamela says she loves you, David. He said he loves you too, Miss Pamela.
Love you too, Pamela.
I know I'm chewing, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm but so hungry. Believe it or not, this is the first thing I've eaten all day. Shame on me. But some days in January, when we're doing consecration, I'll only eat once that day. And that was today. But I got fixed food for everybody else in the house. Because I'm the only one doing the consecration. Nobody else is up in here fasting. They need to have food. Okay, there you go. What do you say?
Thank you.
Okay. But I think it's going to end up, even though they're old, no offense, but I think it's going to end up between Biden and Bernie Sanders. I think that that's what's going to end up happening. That's just my thoughts at this point. I don't see any of the rest of them. I think everybody else is far behind those two. Now, the question is, can either one of them beat 45? You know, will there be a 46 in 2020, or will we still be on 45? You know, that's the question. That's the question. Is that, will we have a 46th president? Is there anyone strong enough in the Democratic Party or even independent. Let's add independence into that, okay? To beat the incumbent. You know, I just wonder, because, you know, in the last election, you had a whole lot of people who normally voted Democratic that went right. So it will take some of the people who went right last time to go left. I'm tired of them. I'm sorely disappointed. You know? Hey, ready, set. I know, that's what I'm saying. More than likely, that's the thing. The Democrats have to win the states that Hillary lost and still retain the states that she won. That's what they have to do. Because it's true. Reddy said it's about the electoral votes. And the states that have the most electorals. You got to get those states. But you can't count out some of the smaller states. You know, supposedly the Iowa caucus gives a good indication of what's going to happen. You know, but you have some other states such as California that have pushed themselves up into the early primaries. So I don't know how that's going to affect things, but we shall see. But it appears that, you know, Democratic candidates are dropping like flies now. They're starting to drop like flies. You know, because wasn't it just a couple of weeks ago we lost somebody else? They're dropping like flies, y'all. And I expect to see that all, you know, over the next couple of months as you get closer to the Democratic National Convention. I'm sure. Oh, really? Yes. I would be very interested in that one. Yeah, because that's one of the things I've talked about on in Africa, that a lot of the kids with autism on the continent of Africa are nonverbal, like 60%. But that doesn't mean they can't communicate. I told you know, Reddy said I found this older man, like I'm talking about, like, I would say he's like in his 60s, that is on YouTube, and he calls himself the Autism Werewolf. He calls himself the Autism Werewolf. And I have listened to his channel. He has some interesting stories. And he's on the East Coast. I'm going to look that one up. Autism Mom, Uganda. Yeah, and I'm on Twitter too. So I'll find them on Twitter, because most of my Twitter folk are autism. Yeah. Autism Werewolf. But I'm gonna look her up, because I have been looking to find more connections on the continent. Hey Terry. Good evening. Just was talking about the fact that Mr. Booker, Cory Booker, is no longer in the Democratic run for president. I mean, not that anybody is surprised that he didn't make it, to the convention. I mean, like I told you guys, I don't even know what his platform was. Only thing I knew about him is that he's Rosario Dawson's boyfriend. But I'm still sad to see him, go. This early. Really? There's a Pan-African conference on autism? Wow. I'm gonna definitely follow her, because I want to know about the things that are going on as far as autism on the continent of Africa. Thank you for letting me know about that. I'm definitely going to follow her. I'm so excited because we keep meeting more and more people in the community. Yeah, I mean, I really need to emphasize there. Here's the thing. You can have mental illness and also be autistic, be on the autism spectrum, but autism itself is not a mental illness. But you do have people who are on the autism spectrum that may suffer from, things like depression or, bipolar, as they said. But some of that, I am convinced, is because of the meds that some of our children take, and that it makes to happen. Because, the person with autism, their brain receptors are doing things differently than our brain receptors are necessarily doing things. So we don't really know what those meds are doing in regards to that. So that's why I always wonder when they say someone has autism and has mental illness, did they have them on meds when they were younger? Hey, T Million. But I noticed that society tends to push autism under like mental illness, and probably because the way that they categorize autism is similar to how they categorize people who have mental illness. You know, they use the REM thing for both, but it, you know, there's different stuff on the one for the autism spectrum versus when you're talking about someone who may, you know, be manic depressive, or we're talking about someone who is schizophrenic, or, you know, other types of mental illness. I know Reddy said that's the reason why you know, David was on them, but he was only on them for a short period of time, and I didn't like the side effects, you know, so we're using more holistic things for him. And, you know, some of the things are you know, because it's behaviors, he has to learn how to control the behaviors, you know, and that's the same way as, you know, someone who doesn't have autism has to learn how to control behaviors. We have to do the same thing with him, you know. But I'm just thankful that I don't have him on the meds, and I'm, you know, thankful that, you know, we're in a good period these days, you know. But, you know, he's doing some adjusting, you know, right now, because life has changed for him. Okay, do that, Miss Mahogany. That would be wonderful. Yeah, but that's the only thing that, you know, disturbs me is that too many people take autism and put it under the umbrella of mental illness, and it's not a mental illness. You know, it's not. So I don't even like, you know, that they do that, even in jest. You know, but I mean, that's one of the reasons why, you know, I am always interested in hearing, you know, the things that are talking about mental health, because, you know, your mental health is tied. I mean, a person with autism can't have mental health issues. They can have mental health issues, but the autism doesn't cause the mental health issues, if that makes any sense, you know. Okay. I know it's a neurological, but the thing is, and that's the thing, and it's not even a disorder. It's a neurodiversity. That's the thing, is that it's not that it's not a disorder. It's a neurodiversity, and I think that's the thing that they have to change the language when they're talking about autism, because disorder means something's wrong with them, because they think differently, because their brain works differently, you know. And I don't agree that it's a disorder, you know. And I'm sure that most people on the spectrum who are able to articulate would say the same thing. Exactly. Their brains are just wired differently, you know. but clearly it has some order to it. You know, because I don't know about you guys, child, but my son also is OCD about certain things. I mean, I wish he was OCD about cleanliness, because he likes organized chaos. But he knows where everything is. No one else does. You know, but it's got to be, it's like if you move the stuff from the way he has it, it ends up back that way somehow. It's like it hurts his eyes for it to be a different way. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. As long as she's able to communicate. Because I can see, like, sometimes that my son has whatever it is he wants to say, it's stuck in his head. And he can't get it out the way he wants to say it. And it comes out not the way he wanted it. And he gets frustrated. And he's verbal, but, you know, he's not what you consider high functioning. They do consider it a developmental disability, but it's really a neurodiversity, because, you know, it's not really the same as, like, it's not the same as like someone who has Down syndrome, or someone who's considered to have mental deficiencies, you know, because of having the lower IQ, you know, but they classify them kind of all in a group, you know, but I think that people are learning that calling autism a developmental disability is probably not the correct terminology for it, you know, because who are we to say that the rate that they develop things is delayed? It just happens at a different time, and some things they never develop because they don't, for whatever reason, they decide they don't, you know, they don't need them, or they, you know, find ways around them. Like you have many who are nonverbal who still find a way to communicate, and they're able to talk, you know, through the communication devices. So it'll come. Yeah, I mean, you have some, but see, that's what I'm saying, Terry. Even someone who's considered severely autistic can still find a way to communicate. I forget, there's that teenage girl and her father. She wrote a book with her father. She's probably almost out of her teens by now. But once she started communicating, you know, and she's considered severely autistic. When she started communicating with the communications devices, you found out that there was no delay in her development, other than she didn't speak. But everything was inside of her. The words, everything was inside of her. So that's why I am hesitant to say that even with those who are considered severely autistic, unless there's something else going on with them. Because you do have some people who have autism who may have Down syndrome as well. And so that's a different, situation, because they've got a chromosome issue as well. So, but they're figuring it out. They still don't really know that much about autism. That's why it's such a wide spectrum. You know what Reddy said? That's what we're doing this year. Is that I'm taking David. I'm changing David's diet as an adult to a gluten-free diet. That's what they're suggesting will help, especially because he's not on meds. So I know that's going to be more expensive for me, but I'm going to try that with him, because we never did the gluten-free diet at all when he was growing up, because we never had any issues, and he didn't appear to have any like stomach issues or anything. But we're gonna try that for him as an adult, and then I'm gonna do the celery juice to help him to detox, because I know here in California there's a lot of metals in the water, even when you filter it. And did you guys hear what happened with with one of the California water companies? I think it's Crystal Geyser. Yeah, they just got fined for all this arsenic water that they have on their land, because there's arsenic in the water that they distill, but they take it out of it, and it's not in the water that they sell, but they still have that water with all that arsenic that has been, just there. Hey, Uppity Unicorn. David, Uppity Unicorn said hi. He said hi. Yeah, but it's not, the water that you drink is fine. But there's arsenic, because they're getting that out of a geyser. So the arsenic is in the water before they filter it out. But that's what the issue is that they have these fields full, of tanks of the arsenic water that they never disposed of properly. Yeah, so they're in trouble right now about that. Because it was on the news yesterday. And the reason I remembered it, because my son drinks that Crystal Geyser water. So now we're going to have to find a different water to be drinking. Just because. So maybe. And I like the Fiji water, but that water is so freaking expensive. But yeah. So we're gonna do the natural detox with him, which is the celery juice. So I'm gonna try to see if I can do it in some way to make it taste good. Yeah, I know. They put the fluoride in the water. Most people don't drink tap water. But you have to wonder what's in the water that you do drink in the bottled water. Now that they're saying that, And I like the Arrowhead water. I swear, I hope they don't say something about the Arrowhead water. I'm gonna be mad. Like, and then plus I have one of those filters, so I filter water to the to the refrigerator, and dang. And I can't see, like, my son can do dairy, but he couldn't when he was younger. When he was younger, he couldn't do dairy, and then suddenly he could, because he used to drink rice milk and almond milk and soy milk, and then suddenly he was able to drink milk. So he drinks milk, and I can't drink milk. So I have to still drink the almond milk, but I will get milk for him, but I still get the reduced. I don't get the full. I just get the reduced, like the 2% milk. Oh, apples and pomegranate. That will be good. Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Thank you. I know the alkaline water is, one of my sorority sisters has like the machine to make it. I know. I'm gonna be growing some stuff again this year. I'm getting ready to go get the tubs for to put the soil in, so I can grow me a few vegetables. Cause some of them have to be planted in February because of the zone that I'm in. So I gotta start looking. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do that too. But yeah, so I'm gonna be looking at the gluten-free diet this year. And we're starting it. We're gonna be starting it this month, y'all. So fingers crossed, because my son loves certain foods that I'm sure he's not gonna be able to eat on a gluten-free diet. So y'all I'm just gonna have to figure my way through this landmine, to get him on this diet. It's gonna take me a minute, but I think will be the best thing for him, because everyone that I know, says that even if they saw a little bit of a change, they saw some change, just by changing the diet and detoxing. And it's easy for me to do it because he takes his lunch to work every day but Friday. And then he's probably going to be changing to another work program from the one that he's in. So, but he's just going to be taking his lunch. That's the only way I can ensure that he stays gluten-free once we start him on this diet. It's going to be crazy in this house, because I'm going to have to probably we're all probably going to have to eat certain things gluten-free in order for for me to not have to be cooking 2 separate meals, cooking for him and then cooking for the rest of us. Yeah, like I mean, see, like here, I probably Trader Joe's, but I know in the regular grocery stores they have gluten free. They have gluten free sections because a lot of people are doing the gluten free diets for their kids. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, but I'm gonna have to, that's what I'm saying. I'm probably gonna have to do, if I'm doing gluten free for him, some of the stuff that everybody else is eating is gonna be gluten free too. They have all these here. They have all these and Trader Joe's here. Yeah. I've seen one Aldi's in the and it's actually near me. And it's actually closer to me than the Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is so expensive though. But I love Trader Joe's. Yeah. See. How do you explain what it's something that they put into foods, and it's not naturally in the food, so you have to buy stuff that they don't put it in. And just for that privilege, they charge you more. And then you still have to make sure that it really is gluten-free, because sometimes they say it's gluten-free and it really is not. Oh yeah, California, we bring our own bags. In California, you shop with your own bags here, or you have to pay for them. Yeah, no. So I have my own shopping bags. Wow. Okay, yeah. Then I'll have to go check out the Aldi's, because it's not that far from me, and I knew it was a grocery store. I was just wondering why it was here. But now that you say that they own Trader Joe's, then that makes sense. They're probably trying to, test their regular stores here too. Two thing. You got to go to. You need to go to the doctor. You told us you were gonna get yourself checked out. If you still don't feel good by midweek, you need to go to the doctor. I am going to put it in the vlog. I'm going to even vlog when I go do the grocery shopping. So yeah, because this is going to be an experience, because I'm basically, turning upside down, the diet for the whole house for him. I mean, we already don't eat fish here, and I love fish, y'all. But we can't have fish because David is allergic to fish. And he knows he's allergic to it. Yeah. So I don't eat fish that often.
If it that is it
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, apple cider vinegar and the collars. Oh yeah, that's so good. Y'all gonna make me hungry. See, I haven't had collards in a week now. You know, after the holidays, we try to give them a break. But that's probably a good thing to have in my diet this month anyway. I know. I talk about that a lot, Empress. I talk about that a lot about, people, even if you don't live in a house, if even in apartment living, getting yourself, some of the tank, some of the big tubs and growing you maybe one or two, or having some plants growing inside on the windowsill, but yeah, people need to start growing just a few things. Things like potatoes are easy to grow. You can grow miniature stalks of corn on a stalk, and you can do tomatoes and strawberries and cucumbers and greens like spinach and collard greens, mustard greens. All of those are ones that I've done at home. That's why I'm telling you. I know you can do those at home. So, and it's just good to have a few homegrown things. Even if you just have an herb garden just for your herbs. To have fresh thyme, fresh rosemary. All right, thank you. Ready, set. I will go check out that autism mom in Uganda. Definitely, I'm gonna follow her. Thank you. Have a good night. Cool. Yeah, y'all. The gluten-free diet is going to be an interesting thing, and I know a lot of people do that. Because it's healthy. And a lot of people have their kids who have autism on gluten-free diets. So it's something we never did with him, But it's never too late to change your diet. Yeah, my mom had a garden too. And then we had a garden together. Yeah, we had a garden together. Yep. I know, but we can still do like small gardens. I encourage people to do small gardens, and right now is the time that you should be thinking about it in January, because depending on where you are in the if you're in the United States, February is when is when people start planting, and then March, February. It's from February through April is when people are doing some of their planting. Now there are certain vegetables that you can plant in the summer, and they come up like in a couple of months. Like there's this Arizona summer mustard green that I've planted like in July for harvest in August, and it just grows and grows and grows. I mean, so many greens. It was so good. Ugh, my mouth was watering just thinking about it. You know, but I encourage people to do it, like, because now this, when I do this garden this time, like, I've never let my son help me with the garden, but I think that now that he is an adult, because y'all, he's gonna be 25 this year, I think that I will have him to help me with it. Like have him to pick some of the things that we're gonna grow and get him to help me with the watering. I think that that will be good for him. Hi, A&K Channel. How are you? Yeah, y'all, I'm telling you, my job is kicking my behind right now. My job is kicking my behind, and I've only been able to like visit other people's live streams during the day like twice since the beginning of the month. So, you know, hopefully it'll start to slow down a little bit so that I can like sneak into some of the growth streams during the daytime. Because right now I can only like get into ones, like jump into like tree trimmers in the evening and stuff, you know. But I haven't been on my job networking as much as I should be. Hey, Miss Jen X. Hey, I am Lucy. How are you? You know, but I'm going to get back on my grind of networking outside of my, outside of my channel. Because I have to get to know more and more people. That's the only way to grow. But today was a appeared to be a good day in these YouTube streets. All was quiet. And if it wasn't quiet, they didn't leave the videos up, so we don't know. But for the most part, it was a quiet day. You know. Well, thank you for coming. I am Lucy. I thank you for coming through to show some love. As always, thank you. I appreciate your time. Yeah, so who knows what's going to happen in this political thing going on in our country. And we know that we're not going to hear anything pretty much about the impeachment until, I guess, next month. So I guess they decided to wait until football season's over. Because, you know, or at least get through the month of January. But that's just going to be an act of futility on the Democrats' part, you know. Even though I think that he has done some things that he should probably, you know, answer for, I don't think that it's going to happen. And I don't think that they have enough I don't think they have a strong enough case, even with the people who are saying what they're saying. Because he would literally, I think even if he walked in front of all those Republicans and actually committed a crime, that the Senate would still not impeach him. It's just my personal opinion. They are going to ride the party line in the Senate on this. But they claim that there might be additional witnesses. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting in the state, Terry, we're sitting in the state where the governor's being sued. So, I don't know. It doesn't even make any sense. He's being sued over the Clippers moving to Inglewood. Yep, that's what it's about. Because he's allowing it to happen, I guess. And he sided with the city of Inglewood on this. And Inglewood's corrupt mayor, Marion Butts. Yes, I said it. I think he's corrupt. Trying to gentrify this place. And run all the black and brown up out of here. But they got rent control. So, not gonna be so easy to run people out of here. Yeah, I don't know, Empress. I'm just like, the Democrats would have to come with someone extremely strong in order to pull the people who voted for him 4 years ago away, including the ones who voted Republican that are Democrats. I'm sure most of them still think that they made the right decision. You have some unlikely people out there who are Trump supporters for various reasons. I don't happen to be one of them, but I respect people's, decisions. I like to know their thinking process. I know, like, Brother Darren, I know he is a Trump supporter, but his reasons are behind because of he is a business owner. It is good for him. So I can see that, for someone who owns their own business, but there are many people who don't own their own business, or so that doesn't work for them, Michelle ain't doing that. After the way that they treated her husband, y'all know she's not gonna do it. She's so done with the White House. Because y'all remember, she didn't want that in the first place. She was a successful attorney doing her thing. Okay, they were living. I mean, you know, the Obamas were living fine without him becoming president. But now that he has been president, and you know, it is, I guess, it is debatable to some as to whether he was really a black president, because he was black, he was mixed, and because his father was not American black, his father was Kenyan black, but he was born here. So, you know, it's all that matters is that he saw himself, by the time he became president, even if he didn't see himself as a black man in his younger years, he saw himself as a black man when he took the office. You know? And I mean, his wife is black and his children are black. See, that's the thing. Now, I know some people like have this thing about people who are mixed race and everything, as them not being black. But how do they see the children of someone who is mixed race, who, you know, where one of the parents is mixed race and one of the parents is 100% black? Do they see those children as being black, or do they see those children as being mixed because one of their parents is mixed? I'm just asking that because I don't know. You know, I was wondering. I mean, because I know that some people don't see someone where it doesn't matter which one of the parents is black, but if both of their parents aren't black, then they see them as being biracial. So then my question is, would someone who is biracial, like 44, would his kids be considered biracial? Would they be considered black because their mother is black? Because, you know, everybody's black to me. You know, if one of your parents is black, I see you as black. But that's just how I am, because that's the way I grew up. But, you know, I know that we have people that see things differently these days. So I just wondered. Yeah, the New World Order. Yeah, well, we already know that, like, you know, I mean, I told everyone was it last week? Yeah, that, you know, 44 is related to the Bushes through his mother, and that most of the U.S. presidents were related to other U.S. presidents. Yeah, that part. So, and then, you know, if he's related to the Bushes, then that means he's also related to Washington, because they're related to George Washington. Yeah, that part. So, and all of the presidents belong to. There's two organizations on Harvard's campus that they've all belonged to. One is the Skull and Bones, and then the other one is the one that Obama belonged to. And I don't remember what the name of it was, but yeah, there's these specific organizations that they belong to. They all go through. So even in that, he followed that protocol. He followed that protocol. And you have to think about it. Anyone else that was a person of color outside of him that was going for president didn't have any of that pedigree. He had the pedigree, y'all. You know, in hindsight, if you think about it, he had that pedigree that is part of their secret requirements. And we didn't even know it. We didn't even know it. Yeah. No, but with Obama, no, he belonged to the white families because of his white mother. That's what I'm saying. His lineage on her side is similar to every other president, even though she wasn't part of the well-to-do part of the families, but she still, her lineage still went back. You know, she's related to the Bushes and also related to the quote unquote, and I'm gonna say in quotations, first president. So when you look at those things, it just, kind of, like you have like more insight on things that helped him get into that position, and why there wasn't more pushback. But there's still people who could care less that he had all the right pedigree. They didn't care, because as far as they were concerned, he was still black. You know what I mean? So, but it's just very interesting that he had all of that stuff, just like all the white people that have been president before him. That's all. It's just very interesting. So that's why you have to wonder, have we really had our first black president? Not taking anything from him, just making that just making that analogy for you guys to think about that. Yes, he did belong to one of the secret societies. One of the secret societies at Harvard. He belonged to the Law Secret Society. It's two of them. There's two of them. The Skulls and Bones is one, and then there's another one, and that's the one that he belonged to. And I can't remember the name of it. It just won't come to me right now. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's just stuff to think about, you guys. It's just stuff to think about in regards to that. Because we didn't know none of that stuff about him when he went into the White House. We know this stuff about him now after he has left the White House. Explains, why his, wife is so buddy-buddy with the Bushes. They're related. Distantly, but it doesn't matter. They knew he was part of their family. They knew he was part of his family. He knew that he probably knew that he was part of their family before he became president. But we accepted him as the first Black president. And I'm just simply saying, is he really the first Black president? That's all I'm saying. Based on what we know about him now. And about his quote unquote pedigree through his mama. And his pedigree through Harvard and being part of those societies, which I'm sure not a whole bunch of Black faces went through. And I say that with a smile on my face, y'all. I say that with a smile on my face. It's just, there's a lot of secret societies, and the New World Order is very, very real, y'all. That's one of the things that we will be talking about doing this year. I'm going to dig up I have and one of the, and oddly, one of the tapes that I had is up on YouTube somewhere. I have to find it, but I had the tape before. I don't know whatever happened to it. I had it on tape, but I found it on YouTube talking about the New World Order, talking about, the currency and everything. Cause that's, the euro, and please best believe that real ID. Yeah, that's part of it too, y'all. That's why we have to have it, even if you have a passport. Yep. You do have to have it. They want you to have it even if you have a passport. If you want to get on a plane. After October 20th of this year. So we have less than 10 months to get those real IDs, guys. And please, at the same time, look at a passport too. If you don't have one, get one. I'm just saying. But it's just friendly advice. A passport, I believe it's a little under $200 now. And I believe the real IDs are what? Oh, what? $30? So just, plan on getting both of those items this year. Make it a part of your plan for the year. You know, so I'm just telling people to do that. You know, I mean, you got to get your birth certificate out to get this real ID anyway. So you might as well use it at the same time. Use that birth certificate to get you a passport too. Just saying. Oh, there we go. I was waiting. I was like, what? No trolls tonight? There you go. Hi, troll. Hi, troll. And we did good, y'all, because they hitting us towards the end of the show tonight. Ha. That's all right. But we will be talking about the New World Order on here this year. It's going to have to be done in segments, you know, because, you know, first you have to talk about, is there a New World Order? And then you talk about the different things that are part of the New World Order. Oh, yeah, he's all about himself, y'all. You know, I feel like we are ancient Israel who wanted a king, and we got Saul, and because we couldn't wait for David. I'm telling you, that's what I feel like is going on. Like, God gave us Saul because we wanted something. So we have this fool that should not be there. Someone who should not be the president. But they are the president. So it is what it is. And anybody who complains and did not vote has nothing to say. If you voted, then what you need to be doing right now is studying the Electoral College rules. Because if you didn't know, and you need to know how many electoral votes the state that you live in has. That's the stuff you need to be looking at. And then you want to see how many of those electorals are coming from the part of the state that you're in. You know? And the funny thing is that I wonder if you can find out who the actual members of the Electoral College are. My guess is you can't. But, you know, those people have a very important job this year. So our job is to make sure that we don't give them a reason to elect the wrong person. So if you want 4 more years of the person that's there, then do nothing. And you'll have that wish. You know? But all things done. Oh, but Miss Mahogany, all things done in the dark shall come to light. You know? And this is the second Republican president to be facing impeachment. Only one Democrat has ever faced that. And that's because they didn't like his morality. Had nothing to do with his running of the country. You know, y'all, I swear, I think that the planes have changed the plane flight patterns because now literally it feels like every night about this time, about this time, about midnight, I start hearing planes flying for the next 2 hours. So I don't know, I think they might have changed one of the flight patterns. So now I got to listen to the planes for the next 2 hours, y'all.
Big red-eye flights.
All the red eyes are coming in. They have obviously changed the flight pattern because they didn't used to fly over my house. That must have been a January change. That must have changed this year. Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, the planes are loud, guys. Sorry. I know. I know chemtrails are real. Yeah. But I'm like, it's midnight. And they didn't used to fly in this way. They used to fly south of here and come in. But now I guess forget us, because I don't remember getting anything telling us that they were changing it, because they're supposed to notify you. Oh, here comes another one, y'all. Let's listen to this one as it's about to land. Y'all hear the plane? I do too. These are some big planes. It's like it's right on top of my house. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling y'all. Now I get to listen to planes until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to end the show now, but I will be back on tomorrow, guys. Because, yeah, now that the planes have started, it's not going to be calm for long. And I don't want that interfering with my Monday mood into Tuesday. But I'll be back on tomorrow, y'all. I am in the Los Angeles area, and I live near Los Angeles International Airport. So that's why I hear the planes. They changed their flight pattern for landing. But I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Well, later today, because it's already Tuesday for all of us now. But until later on, you guys, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. Bye, everybody.